Hello, today we are going to look at different multiplication methods. The first method that I am going to explain is the column method. I'm going to start off small with a two-digit number multiplied by a two-digit number. What we need to do first is we need to put the numbers underneath each other in their place values. Then we start again from the unit side as with addition and subtraction. We then take the 14 that's next to the multiplication sign and we break that number up into a times 4 and a times 10. We first then start with a times 4. Starting from the unit side, 4 times 6 will give us 24. But remember, we only have one space for a number in that particular column. So the 4 goes at the bottom and then the 2 goes to the top to the next number. It's carried over. Then we go to the second number, but we are still using the 4. So we are moving at the top. So we again have 4 times 3, but now we need to plus the 2. So it's 4 times 3 is 12 plus the 2 is 14. We do not need to carry over the number to the hundreds, so we can just write it next to it on the same line. So 36 times 4 is now 144. We are not done yet. We have not yet multiplied with a 1, or in this case, the value of that 1 is 10. So we need to still multiply with 10. To make it easier, we now take the 0 and we put the 0 by the unit side as a placeholder because we are actually working with tens. So we will start with 1 times 6 is equal to 6, and then 1 times 3 is equal to 3. When we are done, we need to now add the two numbers that we broke up. So we must now add again from the unit side. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. The 0 goes to the bottom and the 1 is carried over. Then it is 1 plus 1 plus 3, and that will give us 5. I'm now going to just explain it with a bigger number. 236 times 36. Again, the number next to the multiplication sign, we will break that number up into the values of times 6 and times 30. Then we start again from the unit side with a 6 that we broke up. This 6 must be multiplied with each number at the top. So we start with 6 times 6, that is 36. The 6 goes at the bottom and the 3 goes to the next column to the top. Now we need to again multiply the 6 with the next number. So it's 6 times 3. But now that 3 that we carried over, we must plus that 3. So it's 6 times 3 is equal to 18 plus 3 is equal to 21. The 1 goes to the bottom and the 2 is carried over to the next column. We still are busy with the 6. So the 6 times the 2 is now equal to 12, plus the 2 that was carried is now equal to 14. We do not need to carry this 10 because there is no thousands number. We can just write it next to the 4. Now we move over to the 30. Before we move over to the 30, we must first cancel out our carry numbers because the times 30 carry numbers might not be the same. So now we take the 0. Whenever we multiply with a 0, you take the 0 and you can just put the 0 at the back of the number where you are going to write the answer. So we can take away the 0 and put it by the unit side. Remember, we are now multiplying actually with a tens number. So we are not going to have any units. Our units are going to be 0. So we put the 0 by the units, and now we only work with the 3. So the 3 now also has to be multiplied with each number at the top. So 3 times 6 is 18. The 8 goes to the bottom by the tens column, and the 1 is now carried over to the hundreds column, the tens column, sorry. Then we multiply 3 times 3, but remember, we must now add the 1. So it's 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 1 is 10. The 0 goes to the bottom, and the 1 goes to the next column at the top. Then we still multiply with a 3. It's now 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now we have multiplied all our numbers. We must go and add the answers that we got from the two separate numbers. So we add 6 plus 0 is 6, 1 plus 8 is 9, 4 plus 0 is 4, and 1 plus 7 is 8. And then we have our answer. We now need to also look at the breakup method. There's a lot of learners that still use this method, but this method might phase out later in the higher grades. But I will still show this method because there is learners that still use this method. I am only going to use the bigger number here. 236 times 36. So now you take your 236 and break your number up into the values 230 and 6. And then you times that with a number 36 that's broken up into 30 and 6. You must remember that you now take each number in the front brackets and multiply that number with each number in the second bracket. So if we take the 200 in the first bracket, we must multiply that 200 with 30, and we must multiply the 200 with 6. Then you must take your 30 in the first brackets, and you must multiply that with a 30 in the second one, and also with a 6. The 6 in the first bracket, you must multiply with a 30 in the second, and also with a 6. We have now written down all the numbers, so we can now calculate. 200 times 30. If you look at all the zeros, there are 3 zeros. So you can take those zeros over to the answer side, and then you can only multiply 2 with 3, which is 6. So the answer is 6,000. We can do the same with the next one. The 2 zeros we can put by the answer side, and then 2 times 6 is equal to 12. 30 times 30 is 900. 20 times 6 is 180. 6 times 30 is 180. And then 6 times 6 is 36. So now we add all the numbers in their place values, and we will get the same answer as the column method. I also have a very nice new method to introduce, which is the box method. You take your number and you create a box, a space for each number to be in. So with the 36, the first number, we put at the top. Each number has its own column. Then you take the 14 and you put that on the side. Each number also now has its own column or line or box, whatever you want to call it. Then we start with the first. We start now here from left to right. So that's the 3 joins a box with a 1 on the right. So we now say 3 times 1 is equal to 3. There goes a 0 at the top and the 3 at the bottom. The next box has a 6 and a 1 connecting to each other. So this is 6 times 1. Again, 0 at the top and 6 at the bottom. We now go back to the top where the 3 is. That 3 at the bottom box, left-hand corner, is connected to the 4 on the right. That is 3 times 4. That will give us 12. The 1 at the top, the 2 at the bottom. Then we now move over to the 6. The 6 at the top is connected with the 4 at the bottom, which is 6 times 4. That gives you 24. We have now calculated all the numbers. We must now go and add. We now add vertically as the arrows is showing the numbers that you can see there. So the first number is only 4. The second vertical line going down is 6 plus 2 plus 2. That gives us 10. At the bottom you put your 0 and as usual you carry over your 1 to the next group. This group is now 0 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. That is equal to 5. And then the last one, there's only a 0, so it stays 0. You now take all your outside numbers, moving from left to right, and you now write that down. This will be your answer. Let's try this with a bigger number. 236 goes in its own box at the top. Then your 36 on the side also each has its own box. We start again from the right. The 2 connects with the 3 on the right. So that's 2 times 3, which is 6. The 3 connects with the 3, which is 3 times 3 is 9. And then 6 times 3 is 18. We move back. The 2 at the top connects with the 6 now at the bottom, which is 12. The 3 connects with the 6, which is 18. And the 6 connects with the 6, which is 36. Again, we add vertically. There's only a 6 in the first row. The next group is 8 plus 3 plus 8, which is 19. The 9 goes at the bottom. The 1 carries over to the next group. This is now 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. This gives you 14. 4 at the bottom, 1 carries over to the next group. Here we have 0 plus 6 plus 1 plus 1, which gives you 8. And lastly, the 0 is alone, so that is just a 0. Again, from left to right, you'd write down your number as you see it on the outside, which is 8,496. I hope you enjoyed multiplication and learning new methods. Now go and practice and see which one suits you.